Desi Arnaz gave it all during his performances on I Love Lucy. The seminal 1950s comedy was a passion project of both he and his partner Lucille Ball. It was a massive success and introduced many Americans to Desi's unique Cuban heritage through his character's music. Despite Desi's dedication to I Love Lucy, there were some lines he refused to cross on the show, due to personal reasons relating to his own incredible and harrowing life story. Join Facts First as we explore the reason Desi Arnaz refused to film this I Love Lucy scene. Desi may have been proud of his Cuban heritage, but he also had a turbulent history with his home country. As a child, his family was forced to flee Cuba and take solace in America. They put in hard work and they were able to find success in America, leading to Desi having a very personal understanding of the American dream. Those two distinct cultural halves combined in Desi, creating the interesting multicultural personality audiences grew to love. Although Desi was proud to showcase his Cuban heritage on shows like I Love Lucy, there were some lines he wasn't willing to cross. One such line was revealed when Desi was asked to film his character, Ricky Ricardo, doing something he found disparaging to his own ideals about the American dream. Desi was born March 2, 1917, meaning he was only 16 when the 1933 Cuban Revolution changed the way of life for his family, as well as many other Cubans. Previously, Desi's father had been the mayor of their hometown, Santiago de Cuba. For those unaware, it's the second largest city in the entire country, meaning Desi had been used to a life of relative privilege. Amidst the revolution, his father was jailed, and the family's property confiscated. Eventually, the rest of Desi's family was able to get his father released, and they immediately fled to Florida. The family made a home for themselves in Miami, and the rest is history. Desi's family was able to work their way up through the ranks in America the old-fashioned way, with little to show for their time of wealth and luxury in Cuba. His family's work ethic instilled confidence in Desi, and he grew to have an incredibly strong respect for the opportunities granted to immigrants by the U.S. According to Desi, the country offered families the singular freedom to pursue their dreams through hard work and perseverance. He grew to have a strong love of the American system from top to bottom, never taking for granted the opportunities provided to his family after their escape from Cuba. Desi has shared his family didn't have a cent to their name when they crossed the borders to America. They were forced to make a living cleaning canary cages early on, but their hard work eventually landed Desi the opportunity to become the man he's known as today. Desi worked his way up as an entertainer, eventually becoming the driving force behind I Love Lucy alongside his romantic partner Lucille Ball. Desi and Lucille put their all into the show, portraying a married couple that often antagonized each other for comedic effect. I Love Lucy broke new ground in many ways, introducing audiences to Desi's Cuban heritage, for example. But there were some lines he refused to cross. Due to his incredible patriotism, there was one scene in an episode of the show's third season that he flat out refused to film. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. The episode of I Love Lucy that made Desi have to put his foot down was called Lucy Tells the Truth. It was the 6th episode of the show's 3rd season. The episode called for Desi to film a sequence in which Ricky is shown cheating on his taxes. While the show's writers didn't put much thought into the gag, Desi had a different take on it. According to Desi, part of what allowed for family to find the American dream were the taxes provided by workers like him. Desi was a proud taxpayer and firmly believed in the practice. To him, the idea of cheating on your taxes was so reprehensible and unpatriotic, it couldn't possibly be comedic. Although the writers were initially hesitant to give in to Desi's seemingly absurd demands, they eventually relented to his strong personal beliefs. Of course, the fact that he already had 2 successful seasons of the show under his belt and had become a fairly big star certainly didn't hurt his ability to change their minds. The tax evasion scene was removed completely, and the episode focused on its main plot of Lucy attempting to pass a whole day without telling a single white lie to her husband. Although Desi was certainly a proud patriot, he also had some darker aspects. Besides being on-screen partners, Desi and Lucy were actually married for a period of time. While the two continued to hold a great deal of respect for each other after the marriage dissolved, Lucille has expressed there were some troubling issues that arose during their marriage. Namely, in Desi's tendency to be controlling over his new wife as soon as they tied the knot. Lucille has recalled that Desi woke her up on the day of their wedding night and asked her to get him a glass of water. According to Lucille, she had already gone to the tap and filled a glass before she began asking herself what she was doing. From then on, she became increasingly weary of Desi's strange impositions. Desi became increasingly controlling over Lucille in the course of their marriage, to the point where they eventually divorced. But the two remained close throughout the years, and neither held a grudge against the other. They had 2 children named Lucy and Desi. Lucy reunited her parents for one last reunion while her father was on his deathbed. Desi Arnaz died December 2, 1986. He was 69 years old. The cause of death was lung cancer. According to doctors, a huge contributor to the cancer was Desi's penchant for Cuban cigars he had imported from his home country. Desi's health had been failing for a while, and Lucille had been watching her ex-husband's struggles with great concern. Although she had moved on and remarried, she still felt deeply for Desi and didn't enjoy watching him suffer. He underwent multiple surgeries in the years leading to his death before eventually succumbing. Soon before his death, he was able to pass on a few words of love to his ex-wife. 2 days before he died, they had a phone call that was arranged by their daughter. The two professed their love for each other one final time, and Desi wished his ex-wife luck on an upcoming TV appearance she was scheduled to make. 2 days later, Desi passed away. Lucille died a little under 3 years later, but their legacy continues to live on. Although Desi's strong ideals often clashed with those around him, he was always loved and respected by those closest to him. The story of Desi's family continues to stand as proof that anyone can make it in America. And his refusal to break his own patriotic beliefs during production of I Love Lucy stands as proof you don't have to compromise your beliefs to make it in show business. What was your favorite Desi Arnaz moment from I Love Lucy? And do you think he and Lucille Ball should have tried harder to make their marriage work? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.